welcome to Cigno Sound Studio Tutorials. My name is Jesper, and today we're gonna build a very basic, maybe the most basic synth in VCV-Rack. So what I do is I always open up VCV-Rack in Ableton. So I've opened up Ableton and I'm gonna put in VCV bridge here, because right now you can see it's telling me I have to have port 1, and that's port 1 for MIDI, port 1 for audio. And why do I use Ableton? Because if I want to record it, I can record it on an audio track here directly. I can use all my MIDI keyboards at once instead of just one at a time, and the audio, yeah, it will be synced up to my BPM in my DAW if I choose that. It's just more easy for me to do stuff. And I use Ableton. You can use all the DAWs that accepts VSTs. So the next thing is open up Rack, VCV-Rack. You will first open up an empty rack. And the good thing about VCV-Rack is that if you are building a patch and you quickly need to go, you can just close it and it will still, let's see, open up, like take one of these, close it. Now it's closed, open it up again, and it's here. So that's a good thing. And if you saw that I right click and a menu will come up with all our modules. So the first thing is favorites, the next thing is authors, and the last thing is tags. So authors, let's take one, and it depends on which author it is. This one has 3, and you can see I clicked on this star and I favorited it. So but you can see there's a lot. Let's go CF. Oh, sorry, there's only one in here, but we can take AS. These are all modules that's in that author. So and the last thing is you can write up here. So right click MIDI, because we're gonna build our basic synth now. Hit I will choose MIDI 4 from Fundamental. So these are the one VCV-Rack is with, and not like the open source racks or modules that other people make. So the fundamental one is VCV-Rack's own. Then I'm gonna click bridge, because I want it to go to Ableton, and I loaded up the VST inside Ableton with bridge. And I'm gonna choose port 1, as I said before. Then we need audio. So audio, and again bridge and port 1. So now Ableton is controlling both MIDI and audio. Next thing is that we want something to generate a sound, an oscillator. Hit right click and write VCO, so voltage controlled oscillator. And let's take the VCO1 from fundamental, because we're only going to use the fundamental one in this patch. So right now this is generating a sound. Hit the sine wave and go up to channel 1. There's sound. But we want to control the pitch of this. So instead of going with my mouse, I want something to control it, like a MIDI keyboard. So now we want this to be controlled with our MIDI keyboard, and this is where CV comes in, control voltage. This could be called note as well. Hit that to V oct, and that is our frequency that we want to change with our MIDI controller. So if I go to the first one again, now I can control the note with this. But I want to control velocity as well. So we need an amp, VCA. And let's take VCA2. This is a dual VCA, so we only need the lower half or the upper half. It's just a clone. There's just two in one. So let's take saw and put it in, and now put it both, so we can get in both speakers. So the black one is out, the white one is in. So if I turn this, there's sound. But I don't want to do this with my mouse. We need something to control it. And that's where we want an envelope. So an envelope is attack, decay, sustain, release. So we'll make this an amp envelope. So we can do it with filters. You can make filter envelopes. You can do all kinds of stuff. But the first thing is we want an amp envelope. So just ADSR, and let's take the fundamental one, ADSR. So attack, decay, sustain, release. So we want gate now to be on gate, because gate means just on off. So if I hit something, you can see, and I still press it, it lights up, it gets a signal. When I let go, it stops. So it's just a on off button. And now we want this signal to be controlled by this amount. So hit out to EXP and turn it all the way up, and when I hit, take that tag down. So right now we just built a controllable synth, and that's what I mean with this is the most fundamental one you can have. You can of course build it more sophisticated. What I would do is maybe add a filter to the chain, maybe here. Let's say VCF for filter, fundamental, put it in here. And instead of go directly in the amplifier, we can now go through this. So this is a low pass, and we have a high pass as well. We'll choose the low pass. We can have, we can make maybe LFO or another ADSR filter envelope. We can take the LFO. Well, I want to show you a thing that just bugs me, but it's not bugging me, but it's just kind of hard, because I don't know what these names are, and I know what it stands for, but there's like hundreds and hundreds of modules in here. So if I hit AS flow, what is that? Triggers, MK1, MK2, MK3. What are they? So what I did, I would love if I hovered over, a picture of it would come, or if I right-clicked it, a picture would come of the module, but it's not like that. So what I do is I save this patch. Let's say if we want to find an LFO, I will save this patch. Let's go to test, and basic synth. Basic synth. I've made one before. So now it's this one. Then I would open up a new project, because what I did was, you can see I've made one called Sheets. I just took a blank VCV and said, okay, let's find all the LFOs I could find. So I've been through all of the modules in here, I think. Not pretty sure yet, but all the LFOs in here I've been through. And loaded them all in to a blank VCV-Rack without patching or anything. Just loaded them in so I can see what they are, saved them as LFOs. So I'm gonna open up, because now we saved this. I'm gonna open this up. You can see this is all the LFOs I found. And right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's maybe 23, 4 like that in here. I can see, okay, this is called Alto 777 and Cheap FX something. If that was a name, I wouldn't know what it was or how it looked, or yeah. So when I found, now I say, oh, I want to use this. I can see it's fundamental LFO1. I can open up the project I was working on. Basic synth, open. That's our synth. Yes. Right click is, okay, it was fundamental. Oops. Fundamental, and it was LFO 1. Hit that. Oh, here it is. And I did that. Let's try another one. Open up, patches, sheets. Let's take oscillators, VCOs, because there's a lot. So here you can see all the VCOs that's in here. And I can always go in, oh, I want to try this one, or I want to try that one. Because visual, I can see it all. And I think I'm gonna post this or share it with you, so you don't have to go into all of them if you want. So I'm gonna put this in a Dropbox folder and share that with you, so you can just download all of these. So because it took some time to just load them in. Let's go into our basic synth for LFO. Again, LFO. Level 1. And now I can take our sine wave. So it's just a signal. Sound wave up to frequency on I filter. Turn that down. And now you can see it makes the wave. So it makes control voltage from the sine wave to our frequency up here, but it will only start to move when I use the CV, how much input it should get. So right now, it doesn't sound right, but it's still doing what I'm telling it to do. But I want to re-trigger it every time I hit it. So in your head, what should I, when I put it on, when I press the button, I take reset and put it on my gate. So now it will reset every time I hit the button. So now you can see the slope will start downwards. You can flip it up here. So now we invert it. So now it will go upwards. We can go faster. We can put another LFO, or I can even take the same LFO to change my VCV-1. Saw, square. So there's a lot of possibilities in here. You can route anything to anything in here. So let's take this one and put here. So instead of the whole simple patch I made it a little more than a simple patch or a basic patch, but not much, just some, so you can get started. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. My name is Jesper, signing out. Bye.